Hi. So I'm up in Idyllwild, and we're gonna have two parts right away. I already know this to this reading because I was trying to set this thing up so I could have hands free, and I turned the video camera off. So you know it always works that way when we have I always find that when we have two parts, half the people don't read the messages. But you know, if you guys want the message, you're gonna have to follow both parts, because this is going to be the bulk of the message, but you won't know that because you're going to be looking at the other one first. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put this one up first and I'll add that one on and they can get the beginning. Okay, so I was talking to you guys about this every time I come up to Idyllwild, I try out different decks and to see if there's, you know, something that I want to use. And I did bring a deck up for us today. It's dark. I brought the Vampire Oracle, and I want to do this in front of you guys, right? I want to choose in front of you. So I didn't want to predetermine what the message was, even though it would have been a message that we were supposed to get. Things have changed since I left the house, like they have. And so anyway, there's this one deck that I always play with when I come up there. And I got there today, and the store's closing, right? The owners are closing down the business. And so the decks are one by one being discontinued. Not discontinued. The sample decks, like the ones that they have people choose from, you know, that you can play with. Because I always want to play. I play with my decks before I buy them. I never want to buy a deck without being able to touch it and play with it and see what the cards are. And that was the one. This is the one I'm constantly playing with, and it's on half price, so I took it because it's like a $30 deck. So the Divine Oracle. So this guy that I read with, and you'll know about him if you pay attention to the first message. He read like me, and he looked at the pictures. He didn't even care about what the message was. And I said, I like that. And the feeling that came from it, that's how he read. So we're gonna do that today. I will look and see. I don't even, like I said, I don't know this deck. I don't know what the messages are from the deck. But and some of the pictures aren't extremely. I keep getting the same message. It's crazy. I was talking to him and I showed him from the bottom of the deck. And when he went to read for me, that was the card that I got. So it's like, dang. Okay. Anyway, so I already did our totem. You'll get that message if you go and get the second part. And you'll hear the beginning, and you'll see all the pretty that I was walking before I went to set this camera up and shut us off. Sorry here. Okay, so I'm not going to go over, again, what the totem animal was and what the message was. You're going to have to go back and listen to it to get it. Alrighty. and I'm sorry that there's I can't hand you better weather, but this is what we got, right? And I've got it kind of set so that I can give you the background and you can see me, but I'm not in the way of in case some animal totems come flying by us. I'll show you when we finish doing the reading. I'll walk around and let you see. It's interesting because the trees are starting to change. Like there's not very many maple trees here. But I've missed the red. It's strange, you know, they're supposed to go from red to orange to yellow, and they're already yellow. So they've skipped. I've somehow missed the gorgeous color up here. How could I do that in a week? It went that quickly, right? I guess we're working with a new one first. Okay, what are we at? We're only 3 minutes. I just looked at the clock, and it was 3:33. So Ascended Masters. There's an Ascended Master working with you, probably one that is familiar with you. That you are familiar with. It also, to me, always represents coming full circle and completion. So time to move in a new direction. Time to wrap things up, according to what our totem was talking to us about. Wrap something up. Address something. All right. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is it that you want us to know? Can't believe I turned off the stinking camera. Jeez. I'm glad it's not going to rain. And what's interesting is, you know, even when it's normally sunny up here, I look over and you can't see let's see, I'll see if I can set us back up again. I'll let you guys look. God, that was scary. I almost lost us. Okay, hold on. How's it go? This way? There. Let's get the light going, right? So you can see the lake. You normally can't see the lake when we're up here. Hold on. Come on. I know you can zoom in. Can't we? Do I always say that and I know that I can't and I try it every time? I can't. Because I have it turned the other way. Shoot! Oh well, there's the lake, and normally you can't see too much, and you can see that the trees have kind of yellow, right? The yellow trees. Those are oak. I think those are oak leaves. Yeah, those are the oaks that are turning yellow. So they're not going to turn red. That's why. There's more oak trees up here than there are maple trees. That was why. Okay, I'm going to put us back in. Hold on. This was kind of a good idea, though, even though I almost lost my phone off the cliff just now. And I had to start over again twice. I think of this often when I come up here, that I should have something hold my camera. See, I shouldn't have messed with it because we were good where we were at. No! Come on, help me. Oh, you guys. I should have, you know what, that's your message, I guess, sometimes too. You might as well leave well enough alone, right? Come on, there we go, now it's in there. Okay. Here, maybe I was supposed to give us a different view. I'm gonna bring that down so I don't lose my friggin' phone off the cliff. There. Okay. Cool. I like this. I like this. All right. Hope you guys are having a good day. I am. I was tempted. That was one of the messages that I got. There was something that I was going to be doing, and he said, there's going to be a temptation. Don't do it. And I said, you know, I'm usually pretty good about that. And I was really tortured when he told me that because I was trying to figure out, what's the temptation? What is it? And I was tempted to stop in town. I was tempted to, because everyone was wandering around. Chapped lips. Everyone was wandering around, and all the stores looked like so much fun. And I thought, oh, and I wanted to go. And I'm like, no, you got to get there and do your reading. And you know what? Watch it start to rain, and that'll probably be the reason why. And that was the temptation. Don't do it. Listen to your heart. Don't do it. So you may have a temptation coming up. There's your message. You may have a temptation coming up. Don't do it. Listen to your heart. Okay, first message. How are we going to do this? I don't want to get these decks. See here, we're going to split. I'm going to take it from the top. Okay. Her wicked ways. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Now, I'm going to get on the other side of this. Look at her. What comes into your mind as you look at her? The evil ice queen. Gosh, look at her. Her wicked ways. Okay, so she's an ice queen. She is not in touch with her feelings. She looks like she's got a lot of work done on her face. Can you see the lips and the Restylane pumped into her cheeks? Like she's got a lot of work done to her, this person. She's definitely the snow queen. She may be somebody in your life who is going to freeze you out, who's going to cut you down, who's going to try and make you feel bad about yourself. She comes from judgment. Cold words. Maybe she'll put doubt in your mind over something that you are wishing to do, or she'll cause you to, she's going to try and mess with your faith. She might come through as a loved one that does not support you, someone that you love. I keep thinking of, I can't help but think about this as being the step monster. I'm telling you, this is somebody, she's a queen, so she's in a position of authority, right? Maybe this is somebody that works with you, somebody that's jealous of you. They want to see you fail. They're not there to help you. This person is not there to help you. She's going to say to you, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to do this? Really? You don't have the skill. You don't have the, or just she's looking at you like, look at me. Are you kidding me? You're going to stand in front of me. You're going to stand up against me. I'm telling you, this is the way it needs to be done. And you're going to try and stand in your integrity. And she's going to try and cut you down to size. She's going to try and say that you don't know where you're coming from. Or whatever it is. She's very, very confident. And she's nasty. She's nasty. If you stay near her, she will freeze you out. She will suck the life out of you. This one. So is this your temptation? Is this beautiful, very, very affected woman? She's affected. She's affected by her status, possibly, by her possessions, by her beauty. I don't find her beautiful at all. She's overdone. To me, I don't like her. Right? So you may be trying to shine in your light, and she may be looking down her long nose at you, right? Look at me sitting here with my hair in braids, right? I look like a little kid, and she may look at me and go, seriously? You're going to go to that instead of this? Really? Because she's of the elite society. She thinks she's higher than you. She thinks she's more knowledgeable than you. This can be a man, doesn't have to be a female, right? She's going to ridicule you. This is somebody who makes you feel bad about yourself. This is somebody who knows how to push your buttons. She knows your weaknesses, and she's going to uncover them. So this is a narcissistic individual. This is somebody who, if you do what she wants, she can be charming. But when you do anything that she doesn't want you to do, she's going to cut you down to size. She's going to make you feel terrible about yourself. She's going to put you through pain. She's going to, it's a classic narcissism. This is what's going on. And now this might just be that there's somebody in your life that you are choosing to be with, but they don't support you. They're not there for you. They don't have your back, right? They undermine you. They may undermine, and if it's at work, they undermine you to other people. There's definitely somebody who's not in your court, is what I just got. Court, right? She's the wicked queen. Off with your head, this one. And there's only one way to deal with this one. This is the one that you take your hand away from her. You separate from her. It's the only way to deal with this one, her or him. They gotta go, okay? That's the first message. Harsh, sorry. Just it is what it is, right? It's getting cold. I'm glad that I didn't get tempted. And maybe she's gonna tempt you with the poison apple, right? Remember that step monster that was gonna come and offer you something that you're maybe in a position where you need someone's help, and they've got maybe the means or the connection to help you out, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you big time. So don't be tempted. Don't fall into the temptation. Push away that tainted offer. It could be a tainted offer to belong to a group. It could be, that they try and entice you with, but look beneath the surface. Don't be hasty in making your decisions. Before you sign anything on the dotted line, make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. All right, correct for neutrality on all levels. Sorry, these cards I had them flipped. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Some of these are still up. Why? Why am I not? Some things are still not the way they are meant to be. They're showing some things are not. They're out of order. Some things are out of order. There's some things that are out of order. Every time I try to shuffle, I see another item out of order. So you can't just, there's what the first totem messenger that was talking to us, can't sweep things under the rug. You've got to go through things, look at things, that's like signing the dotted line. Go through and look at the details. Take your time and make sure that what you see, that you're seeing everything, that everything is being presented to you in the manner that it's meant to be, so that you see everything the way it truly is. Maybe hidden inside this deck, it looks as though everything is upright, but it's not. There were some things that were hidden. Okay. Finally, now that I've taken the time to do that, they're all facing in the same direction. So if you have to make a quick decision, we've been shown that there were maybe something that we have to decide quickly upon. You still have to make sure that you take your time and look at all angles and make sure everything is the way it's meant to be. Don't rush when you make your choice. Oh, it's in front of you. Okay. Voice of an angel. This is beautiful. I like that. So you see her with her guitar, and what is that bird? Okay, that looks like a crow. You know what was interesting is I almost spoke about the crows today as our totem messenger, because when I came outside the house, they were there. But they looked almost like ravens to me. They were so big. So this might be a raven because it's got a bigger beak. And the voice of an angel. And there's one in the bottom here too. So there's one here and there's one here. Birds, again, represent air, right? So that's words. So there's something that you need to say. You need to express yourself. You're thinking about what you need to say, right? You need to have a conversation. There's something, we already talked about this when I first started walking, the totem, I swear to God. So you're trying to figure out the best way to say what you need to say. You may be trying to think of a creative way to do it. You need to state the truth. Maybe there's something within you that needs to be just be expressed. Maybe you are creatively, artistically are being asked to write a song, to write a story. Spirit is telling you that you need to let it flow though, let it out, because right now you're blocking yourself. Something needs to happen. And if you don't have inspiration, you need to go out somewhere or do something that inspires you, because you're at a block, right? And when you're blocked, when things don't happen naturally, when the things don't flow naturally, depression starts setting in. So sometimes we intentionally hold ourselves back from expressing what it is that we want to say because we're afraid, right? Like the woman that was ice cream that we just had, you need to address that woman. She's coming at you, right? But maybe you're afraid because maybe you're afraid you're going to be judged, or you're going to be getting a backlash, or if you have something to say, you're afraid you're not going to be forgiven, or you're not going to be understood, or maybe you don't have, you're not, the way, you don't have a very smooth way of delivery, and so you're uncomfortable. Maybe we don't express ourselves. Maybe you're not going to get up there and sing at karaoke. Maybe you're not going to sing your song because somebody else can do it better. You know, maybe I'm not worthy of this. It's interesting. I was talking a lot about Writers' Night in Sturgeon Bay. Every Thursday night, the Holiday Music Hotel puts on Writers' Night, and during the week you're supposed to write 3 songs, and then you go up there on the on the stage and you sing your song, right? I'm the only one who didn't know how to play an instrument, so I had to sing a cappella, and it was challenging. The first time I did it, I thought I was going to die. I was shaking so bad, my voice was shaking. So maybe that's you. Maybe you have something that you need to say, but you're so scared your knees are knocking, right? And you feel like, you know, I don't play as well as them. I don't sing as well as them. My voice isn't as pretty. I can't carry a tune. You know, but you think about this in other ways too. Like maybe you got to give a speech at work. You got to stand up in front of somebody, or at school, right? For younger people, you got to give an oral report, and you're thinking, oh God. Or maybe you just have to do this in life, and it takes you back to the time in high school or junior high school when you had to give an oral report in front of people and you felt like everyone was laughing at you. And so you're afraid to face this, right? So you're given guidance. You're being given guidance here. You're being guided with down here and up here with the birds. So Spirit's saying, we'll give you the words. We'll help you speak the words, right? They're telling you maybe what it is that you're trying, with your creative expression, whatever it is that you're thinking about. It's not off base. You're spot on. You're right with what you're getting. You're right with what you're picking up. You're tapping in to your higher self. See the flowers, how the flowers are all over her guitar and they're all in here. So she's tapping into her higher self and she's pulling inspiration from what's around her. Right? This is your blessing. So if they're telling you that maybe if you are blocked in whatever it is, Spirit's going to send you somebody that's going to help you, like these 2 ravens. That's magic and miracles. They're going to send you somebody that's going to help you. They're going to be your muse. They're going to be the one that inspires you, right? Or they're telling you that you need to have confidence. You need to trust in your ability, right? You don't have to be quiet. You don't have to play it safe. You don't have to stay in your room and play that guitar. You don't have to continue to have this conversation that you've probably been saying out loud over and over. You could go and have it with the person you're meant to have it with, right? Because right now, Spirit's telling you, don't have others speak on your behalf. That's another thing. Don't let others speak on your behalf. This is about you speaking up. This is not I get this a lot. You know, this woman that I was reading for, she was saying that she is being spoken to by, and she says, I know it's him, but he's talking to me through his mom or his brother or whatever. And I said, that's not cool. He needs to address you himself. Don't speak through somebody else. It's time to speak up, express your truth, have confidence in your ideas, use your own voice, right? It also is telling you that there's a time coming very soon, or the time is here. It's either here now or very soon, that the ideas that you've been having, you're going to be able to express them you're going to bring them into reality. So maybe you've been thinking about some things. You've been getting clarity, right? You've been sitting there at home, getting your story straight, figuring out what it is how you want to present yourself. And very, very soon, or the time is now, requiring action for you to bring this to light. So whether this is a creative project, whether this is something that you wish to manifest, to bring to life, you have to take the steps, right? It's talking about singing your own song, which goes along with the animal messenger that we had when we first got up here. You guys have to go back. So what else? Positive affirmations. My voice is my expression of myself, my inner self. I comfortably express myself as I am, right? This is an expression of my spirit. I trust in my higher self to bring out my inspired ideas, right? Maybe you're a little bit embarrassed. Maybe you feel silly. We always did. I did. God. But it got to be, you know, and it never, and even like this is never easy for me. I'm always nervous that I'm not going to do it right? But it ends up being really cool. So don't take yourself so seriously. Like me, I dropped my phone. We almost went off the freaking cliff, right? So laugh at yourself if you mess up. Like I was singing at the holiday once, and I think my voice went off, like, ah! And it's like, oh my God, and you think the whole world's gonna die. You're gonna die, and you're gonna, like, you'd rather just have a hole, like, swallow you up and you know, disappear from everybody. But it's kind of funny if you can look back, and it's funny. Laugh about it. It's kind of like when I always see myself in high-heeled shoes and tripping and falling in front of everybody, because women do it all the time. We'll walk along and our ankle will go, eh, you know? And instead of acting like it wasn't funny, it's funny. It's funny. So laugh. And if you laugh, everybody laughs. Laugh with them instead of, they're not laughing at you, they're just laughing, right? So there's that message. And my leg has gone to sleep, so hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm going to have to readjust. My leg has gone to sleep. Oh, there's a message in that itself. My leg has gone to sleep sitting here waiting. I've been sitting in that position for so long, it's gone to sleep. So if there's something that you're meant to say and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, people are just going to go to sleep. It's going to be over, right? I'm going to fall down this cliff. I swear, I'm rolling. Okay, another message. I do feel like I'm rolling down the hill. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more for this one, and then we're going to switch to the vampire oracle that Jackie gave me. Jackie sent me all the way from Europe. Super cool. Oh my God, there is one. After all of that, there was one that was upright. And so we're going to take it. Oh God. We have a date with destiny. Wow, but look at her. She seems scared. Why is she so scared? A date with destiny. So destiny is how we take fate and turn it into what it is meant to be for us. So we have a date with destiny coming. Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling, I don't know, she's all ready. She's all dressed up for it. So maybe you know something's coming, right? And maybe you're nervous. Look at her mouth. Her mouth, the way her lipstick is done, it reminds me of, she's like a puppet. Red hair. She looks like a doll. So, a date with destiny is a big deal. This is a big deal. This isn't something light. This is when you realize that there's something out there in the world for you. This is something that you need to do. This is when you realize that spirit is there. Destiny is involved. There's something bigger than you guiding this. Anything can happen. Nothing is sacred. Anything can happen. You're not in control of this. And if you're a control freak, it's going to freak you out because you can't control it. It's kind of like love. You can't control love. And so you may be tortured because you know you have these feelings and you're trying to suppress them, but you can't control love. It's impossible. There's something that you need to, wow, we had a big bird. I wonder what it was. Did you hear the wings of that? That was a big bird. I don't know what it was. So at this point, basically, maybe that's what her problem is. That's what her problem is. She doesn't want to let go. She has to let go. She has to surrender. She's got to, because she can't control it. So this may be not the position that she's normally been in. And you're going to go nuts if you try and control destiny, right? You're going to go nuts if you try and maybe you're not going to, maybe you don't have all the answers in front of you right now. And destiny is in your highest good. So you don't have to try and control it. You don't need to control it. Because what's happening, the fact that you've got a date, I keep thinking of the White Rabbit and, you know, I'm late for a very important date. Remember that song that we got in one of the readings recently about the guy? He's like, airplane, 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 airplane. Like I'm late, but I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So your date with destiny, this is what you want. You're calling this in. Your soul is calling this in, right? So this is, destiny will either open things up for you or close things for you. So they will shut doors or they will open doors. And sometimes if something is not in your highest good, it'll be slammed right in your face. And maybe somebody will do it. And so then your ego gets involved. But you have to realize that when doors are slamming, it's not in your highest good. It's not meant to happen. Drop your ego. I just kept getting, you know, don't nurse the ego. It's like, you know what, let it go. It's not meant to happen. Maybe someone's going to say something for you in a manner that we were told that the King of Cups is coming and he's got maybe not the smoothest delivery. He's got to say something to you. So pay attention to what is being said. But recognize that when destiny comes, we'll call her destiny. When destiny comes, she's opening the doors that you're meant to go through. This is something that's actually really exciting. So if she shows up as, because destiny can show up not all happy and light. They can come in, they give the example of somebody coming in with combat boots, stomping all over, right? And might even cause you pain when something is said or done. And because it's kind of like, I was just giving this reading to the guy that I was in the store when I read for him, and I said, you know, sometimes spirit will get you fired from a job. Sometimes destiny will have you lose your house. Sometimes destiny will break your leg and you end up in the hospital. Sometimes destiny, and you're thinking, oh my God, that's destiny? Yeah, because it's pushing you to do something else. Your job, you're fired from that job because you're not meant to be there. It's not in your highest good, and something better was waiting for you. When you broke your leg, you weren't able to go do what you were doing, and you were forced to, in bed, think about the things you'd been putting off, and you started focusing on what was important to you. What was, you know, maybe you were living a hotshot lifestyle, right, before, but now you've been laid up in bed, so maybe you got cancer. It just came up, sorry, it just came up. Maybe you got cancer, and all of a sudden everything was put into priority. The cancer is now in remission and it's gone and you're healthy, or maybe it was a scare and you thought you had that, or maybe you had, like my daughter-in-law, she had a thyroid cancer and it was scary. But man, you want to talk about putting your life in order and starting to see what was important and what was not important. So things like that happen in order for you to recognize that. Things that you feel are incomprehensible. I don't understand why. How could spirit do this to me? It's in your highest good. And what's interesting is, a lot of these things, you're praying, say you want love in your life. I want love in my life. I want to be with somebody who's like me. I want to be with someone with like mind. And the next thing you know, you get fired from your job. You're broke as broke as can be. Your car gets repossessed. You're thinking, okay, that is my highest good? Huge bird. It's a red hawk. It's a red hawk. It's a red-tailed hawk. It's the second one today. A message is coming. A message is coming. Look at the bigger picture. Okay, so look at the big picture. All of these things happened in order for you to get what it is that you did want. You started looking at your life and realizing the importance of what mattered to you. And you started putting things, you stopped wasting your time. You stopped fucking around. You stopped doing things that didn't matter. You stopped trying to impress the Joneses. You started realizing that I need to live my life for myself, and I need to do what my higher self wants, and I need to stand in my own truth and be who I am and follow my path. This is about my life. My life could end any moment. It could end, and I haven't done what I wanted to do. Here I've been trying to climb the ladder and be so successful and build this empire, you know, and then all of a sudden I lose my job. I lost everything that I was working for. How could that possibly be giving me what is in my highest good? Because you worked and 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 worked, and you put everything off, everything that was important, the people in your life you ignored, you pushed everybody away, you didn't allow love into your life because you were building this massive empire. And now that you've lost your job and you're struggling, you realize, and then you get thyroid cancer, and then you think, my God, I could lose my voice. If I could lose my voice, maybe I need to sing, even if I was nervous. Maybe I need to say the things to somebody that I've never said. I love you. I want to tell you that. You know, you take advantage of the time that you have. You prioritize. You know, things are put in order, and it's because Spirit is giving you what you asked for. So the challenges that you're facing, you're going through, to help prepare you for what it is that you have asked for. So if you have wanted this particular person in your life, I love this person, I've loved him my whole life. All of a sudden you get a string of roommates and they're all freaking bipolar, or they all have this disorder, or they have got issues with alcohol, or they've got whatever. They have an inferiority complex, or they're jealous. Whatever the deal is with these people they're brought into your life. They're brought into your life so that you can examine it and you can ask yourself, am I going to be able to live with somebody like this? You know, or maybe you're supposed to be in that position so that you can learn. Like with me, I used to be very, very extroverted, and I was around a lot of people, and I did a lot of things with everybody. But I know who I'm in love with, and I know where my soul is meant to be. And slowly but surely my life has been changing, but it's also my spiritual path, right? I took my spiritual path, and it took me away from the lifestyle that I used to have. I said last night, everyone's having, out drinking and dancing, and I was home in bed. I was literally in bed. It wasn't even 9 o'clock. I think it was like 7:30. I gotta tell you the truth. It's true. But I don't want to be there. It's not my style. It's not my lifestyle. I'm moving forward into to what my path is and what it's all about. So destiny is helping guide you towards the kind of a lifestyle that you're meant to have. So my lifestyle is going to be more of introspection. It's going to be more in nature. It's going to be more one-on-one. I'm not going to be with a bunch of people, right? I need to connect more with my higher self. Spirit said, maybe you need to learn to live more simply. Maybe you need to, in order to live your spiritual path, or maybe be true to who you are, you can't have that jet set lifestyle. You can't have that highfalutin job that takes 60 hours a week, where you're not around the ones you love. You could die at any moment. You just realized I could die at any moment, and I have had spent no time with the people that I love, right? So that's why it's happening. That's emphasis. That was emphasis. Okay? They're going to push you too. Spirit's going to push you, and sometimes it doesn't feel good when we get pushed in the direction that our soul really, really wants to go. It really, really is what we want, but we don't realize while we're going through it why we're going through it. We realize later. I didn't understand why Spirit isolated me when I was in Sedona. I didn't understand why I wasn't allowed to associate with anyone. I was literally kept an island for 6 months. And I had moved from California to Wisconsin, to that little peapot town. Why? Why did that happen to me? Because I was getting used to where I was going to be heading. I was going to be, in order to have what I want, what I've asked for, maybe the love of my life, to have somebody be somebody that follows their spiritual path just like I am. That person, I could have that person, but that person is going to be in this kind of environment. And in order for us to come together and have everything we want with each other, we're going to have to both be able to, compromise and come to like a middle ground, because maybe one person's this way and one person's this way. Maybe one's really, really introverted and one's really, really extroverted. And so we kind of have to blend. I had to be brought to a quieter space. I had to be brought to a smaller town, littler things. And now I love it. Now I don't like being around the city. Now I don't want to be out dancing with everyone. I'm not comfortable with it anymore. I like this. And who would have thought that I would have liked this before? Because I'm moving in the direction that my soul wanted me to go. So that's why things happen. All right, so now we're going to go to the Vampire Oracle, Les Vampires. What are we at? We're at 33 minutes. Okay. We've got downy woodpeckers all around us. And ravens. Those are ravens that are talking. So that must have been what they were. And ravens speak of magic and miracles. And I'm telling you, as I was driving here, I saw a red hawk sitting on a wire. Just sitting on the wire. So I am the red hawk. I am the messenger. And so the message for me when I saw her was, I'm sitting on the wire, so the wire is communication, but I'm sitting. So it's like I'm waiting to hear something, because the Red Hawk says a message is coming. So as the messenger, I'm waiting to hear. So that's what's coming. There's a message coming to me. It also means that you need to sit and be quiet and listen, right? Listen. And maybe if somebody is coming to speak to you, maybe they're going to have a hard time getting it out, and maybe it's not going to come across, and maybe what they're going to say isn't going to be easy to hear. But you just need to sit, be quiet, and allow yourself to assimilate it. And then I saw the red hawk flying by just now. It wasn't a very big one. Well, from up here it wasn't anyway. It looked more like the size of a, I think they're called a crestle. I can't think of what they're called, but it was a smaller red hawk. So maybe it's not a huge message, but you're going to get a message, so pay attention. Okay. Oop. So it's this one on top. Oh, this is a wonderful message. I freaking love this. Resurrection, recovery, comeback. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 black cats. So 4 is there are angels all around you. You are completely guided and protected and loved. There is no reason for fear. That's the first message that you get. Hold on, I'm going to plug us in because I'm not moving this around so I can get... I'm using Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy sent this to me. Isn't that cool? Her husband works for communication company, I think. I mean, I don't know that's how she got it, but she got it from her company, and it saved my ass. Oh my God, did I just shuffle it away? No, here it is. Okay, so resurrection. So I need to look at this too. So she's got a crown of pumpkins. So to me, that's harvest. There's a windmill in the background. So that's farming. So that again also represents harvest, but it also represents the winds of change to me. Ooh, and the number is 44, right on top of that. How funny. So again, emphasis that the angels are with you and you're being helped. The black cats talk about independence. They talk about stability. They talk about flexibility. Wow, did you hear that? That was a gun. Don't like that. I don't know if they're allowed to shoot animals up here. That was a gun. So the colors are fall colors. So that's kind of right now. You think about cats having 9 lives, right? And there's 4 of them. So something's coming back to life. A reprise, a reprise, a reprise. What is a reprise? Is a reprise like a, is a reprise a second chance? I think a reprise might be a second chance. You have more than a second chance in front of you, though. You got 4. You've got a new start. There's a new start, a new start of life, and that you've. So maybe if you're the person who had that happen to them, you've come back through this. There's been a resurrection. Maybe you've whatever's happened in your life. Maybe you've come back from an illness. Maybe you've come back from an emotional situation. Maybe you've come back from a difficult situation with your work. Whatever this situation is, you know that there's a death, a transformation, and a rebirth. We've been knowing that this was coming. So here it is, right in front of you, right at your feet. Something that you have secretly dreamed for and longed for is right in front of you. Oh, I love this message. I love this message. You've got the opportunity. So you have a chance. You've got a chance to have everything that you've ever asked for. It's there for the grabbing, but you have to do something for it, right? You can touch it. It's so close to you. Spirit's going to show you what it is. Something that some aspect of your life that you've been wanting to change or wanting to have. It could be recovery, comeback. So a renewal, we got that there was somebody that was going to come back and offer something to us. So there's an offer that's coming to you. Okay, here's my message. This is what I got, was that somebody's going to come back to me and say something, and I might be very angry about something that I'm told. So you have the opportunity. So it depends on how you act and how you react to the situation. You can push it away. Be careful, because remember we were told that depending on how you respond, if you respond harshly or hastily, you may push the opportunity away. The opportunity might be coming to you, and the person extending it may be just like, you have short time to get it. Or they may be nervous, and so they're offering this. But if you react in a horrible way, or you can't let go of something, if there's something that you're going to find out, and you can't shake it off, you can't let it go, you're not going to be able to move forward. There's something that maybe you're being required to let go of something that it's not, you can't change the past. It's happened. Whatever it is, you got to let it go. You can't hold on to it. So it might be you. You might be in a position right now that, okay, we've come to this place. This is what happened. You did this shitty thing to me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm going to sit here and fester over that. Well, your life is not renewing. You're not moving forward. You have to let go of really feelings of revenge. You have to let go of feelings of anger. And I am listening to myself because I know that something's going to come to me, and I'm going to have to do this. There's a lot more that you have to do to move forward. There's a lot more for you to do in your life. There's more available to you now than what you lost in the past. So let go of what it is. It's about remaking your life, She's very confident, right? She's moving forward. So if this is a time for a new job, a time for a new home, I'm moving, right? So maybe this is the opportunity. So I've got it in front of me, and I got to jump on it, right? Important changes are happening in your life. Harvest. You're bringing in everything you've worked for, everything you've put down. It's coming back to you. It's coming full circle. Look at her leg. See the A? Angels are with you everywhere. Whatever you need to revive and continue whatever this is, or bring this back to life, or you have it within you. You have the ability, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the love. You have everything that you need within you. You have the gifts within you to do whatever it is. If you need people, they're going to come forward. She's surrounded by helpers, right? And you may not be feeling this right now, but you're about to rise again. This is it. You are the phoenix coming back to life, and it might surprise you. But you know who's going to be surprised? All the ones who thought you were down for the count. That ice queen. She thought you were down for the count. She was so wrong. And not only are you going to not waste your time with anger and feeling vengeance, you're just gonna let her go off. You're disappearing. You're going somewhere else. She's where it's frozen, a frozen emotion. You are where it's warm and rich, right? This change can be made very, very quickly in your life if you choose it. Ask for spirit to help you. Ask for your familiars to come forward, and they'll be there for you. They want you to let go of something and move forward through whatever this transition is for you. I'm moving. And it's time to make it happen for yourself. Cats are independent, right? They're creative. They're independent. They have balance, right? Whatever you've been denying yourself, it's now. Look at the sacral chakra. Look at the color of the sacral chakra. Seat of sexual energy and creativity, all around there. The path is clearing before you, and you have this opportunity, but you have to take it. And you may have to be very determined in order to bring this about. Like for me, I've got a lot of challenges, so I'm going to break it down into small steps, right? So look inside you and see, look at the confidence that she exudes, right? What inside of you needs to be remade? Because you're coming back. But you're not going to come back as you were. You're coming back as a new person, right? And what's interesting, too, is something that you thought was dead and over, this is the same message as the phoenix. Something that you thought that was finished, done, over is about to burst back to life. As soon as that sun rises in the background, you really thought it was over and done with. So it's about to surprise you. Yay! I like that one. Where are we at? 42? My butt's freezing, and my butt hurts, and I gotta keep shifting. So you gotta keep shifting. You gotta keep shifting things. You gotta keep moving. You can't sit still. You can't sit in one place, right? It's time to move on. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more from there, and then I'm gonna go back to the other deck. My nose is cold. It's gonna start snowing up here soon. Okay. That one. I don't want to scratch these cards. I brought the case up, so I didn't scratch them. So it is what? Free will. Okay. All right. So there she's holding on to her stone lion. Okay. So that lion. The lion is not real. The lion is not real. I just keep getting you're going to be tempted by something that isn't real. You have a choice to make. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. What's in your highest good? This is about independence and being a free spirit. This is like Snow White. So, again, comes up the step monster and the apple. Whatever something might be offered you, that's the temptation. Something's coming. There's something about temptation. I'm telling you. Free will. Do not force. So what I'm thinking about right now is, because this is a vampire, there are those who practice spell binding spells. It's witchcraft. It's black magic. And that takes another's free will. It binds them. That's not okay. It's not okay to force your position, like the Ice Queen. It's not okay for her to force her opinion or her belief system or her way on anyone or him, right? We all have free will, and the free will of another is sacred. All of us get to choose whatever it is, your religion, your sexual orientation, the one that you choose to live with, if you choose to get married or live together, whatever it is, that you get free will. And to step over another's free will, that's a sin. That's a sin. And maybe somebody's done something, and they're doing something against your free will. You're being bound somehow, and you feel like it's taking the life force. So it's a vampire. Somebody's vampiric, and they're sucking your life force, your energy from you. So if something of you has been stolen, like your own free will, your own choice, your own truth of who you are, your own integrity, because your family is forcing something upon you, or making you feel like you need to go in a certain way, or your job is asking something of you that is not in your, you can't stand in your integrity doing this, but you're doing it because my job says I have to do it. This is where military comes into mind for me. You can't, how can you kill people? I'm sorry. It goes like, you don't kill your brother. So they're telling you right now that if somebody has tried to take something from you, or forced you to do something that is against your free will, is against your integrity, is against your morals, against your principles, don't allow that to happen. This is about not going with the flow with that situation. And to withhold from another to get something, So you can withhold feelings, you can withhold love, you think about that in marriages a lot. You know, women, they want something, they're mad at their husband, so they won't let him have sex. It's like, really? Withhold in order to get what you want? That's manipulating circumstances. That's the Ice Queen. This is not what you want to do here. Because you will pay for that. That's karma will come back and bite you in the ass big time. Whatever you are trying to manipulate, whatever circumstance, it doesn't matter why you think you're doing it. If you're trying to manipulate a circumstance, it's not okay. And karma's going to come back and bite you in the ass. So you need to respect everybody's right to choose. Everybody gets their right to choose. This is your children. This is your spouse. Anybody. We have the right to choose. I don't agree with you. My grandmother and I, her line was, agree to disagree. You're never going to agree with everybody all the time. Even with the ones you love, you're going to have a difference of opinion, right? And so maybe the one I love is going to come to me and say, I want you to do this. Maybe that's the temptation. If you want to be with me, we have to do this. But it's something that goes against my moral code. Don't fall into temptation, even if it's someone that you love. Don't do it in order to help someone that you love. Yeah, but this will happen to them if I don't lie. Don't do it. Don't compromise your integrity and your morals for somebody else. You will be called to action, and it will come against you. Here you're trying to help someone else that's in trouble, but you will be the one that pays the price. So remind yourself, what I do from my heart. Don't do something out of guilt. That's especially loud. Don't do something out of guilt. Somebody makes you feel guilty. Nobody can make you feel guilty. You're doing that to yourself. So don't do something that you truly don't feel. Don't be with someone that you truly don't love. Don't stay in this position because you feel guilty or obligated. I helped somebody the other night talk about this, and she stood up for herself, and she showed someone the door, handed them all their stuff, and said, "You're out, go," because the person was using them. But there was a child involved, a little one, and she felt guilty. She felt bad, and I said, you know what? She'll just find someone else to sap off of and suck their energy dry. And she did. I said, where is she? And she said she's off with some 60-year-old drunk guy. I said, where's the child? She doesn't have the child. She doesn't even have custody of the child. And here you're feeling guilty because you're worried about this child. It's not your responsibility. So don't say yes to anything out of guilt. It's actually a sin when you do that. It's safe for you to express yourself truthfully. It's your free will to express yourself. We've had a lot about expression today, and Spirit's been talking. Oh, wow. Okay, I just looked up, and I thought it was it's a big streak across the sky. It's a freaking chemtrail is what it is. God. We've got this beautiful sky, and they've got freaking chemtrails polluting the beautiful sky. So I'm getting something about that. Don't allow another's actions to pollute your soul, pollute your path, pollute your truth and your integrity, even if you are family. Even if you are, God, you know, my husband wants me to lie under oath. Can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't know why I brought that up, but somebody had that coming, so I'm not lying under oath. I kept getting something about documents. So maybe you're being asked to forge a document, or somebody else has. And maybe that's coming to light. I saw that in a dream, actually. I watched somebody's brother sign their name. And it wasn't their name, and I thought, wow, how could you do that? Not cool. Sometimes things aren't brought to light for a very long time. Like, I've seen things happen quite a long time ago, and I believe that it's all coming to light now. It took a long time, but Spirit will make sure things come to light. We're back to the new deck. It's called the Divine Circus. Life is a circus sometimes, isn't it? It can be fun, but it can be like crazy. Okay, this is probably our last message. I'm going to have to get those gloves that have the tips of your fingers cut out. But the only thing is, it's always the tips of my fingers that are what are so cold. It's not the body of my hand, it's my fingertips. Wow. Okay, we already got that something that we thought was dead was coming back to life, right? Well, check this out. Death shall not take him. So somebody may have thought somebody else was down for the count, that they were done, but they are not dead. There's life. Look at that. One eye may be frozen over. You may look like you're dead. Don't ever give up on the ones you love. That's the first message I get. Don't ever give up on the ones you love. I told you in my dream, I watched as that man, the one that I loved, turned into a wooden boy. He turned into Pinocchio because he lied, but he turned into wood, to his feelings disappeared. And the family walked away from him. They said it was hopeless. And I said, no, it isn't. It isn't hopeless. It's never too late. And they said, no, there's no life. He's not coming back. There's no life in him. That's what they saw. They saw this one. Look at his eye is frozen solid. Do you know I watched this little kitten the other day? This family found this little orange kitten. I always think of Oliver when I think of orange. You know, the little tomcat orange kitten. Oliver. An orphan. And they found this little frozen kitten outside. He was frozen solid. He wasn't moving. It was dead, but it wasn't. Do you know they brought it back in, and the guy worked on it for an hour and brought it back to life. Oh my God, I would want that kitten. So this one, death shall not take him. So you are about to witness something that's impossible. You are about to, whatever it was that you think is lost or was lost, it's not. It's not lost. It's not over. Because the universe is going to, oh, I'm getting very emotional. Oh my God. Because the universe is going to step in. I love that because I told you before that some things are meant to happen, right? Some things are meant to happen. And no matter what other people do, somebody has intervened, somebody has meddled, they've done something, and another maybe doesn't understand, doesn't know. But if something is meant to happen, Spirit is going to intervene. Remember I told you too that if you're meant to fly, if you're meant to do something, you're afraid to move forward, Spirit will push you. They will intervene. And right now, Spirit is about to intervene in what seems something that's over. And they're going to make sure that it's like 11:59. The clock is ticking, and at midnight it's too late, and everything's going to turn back into a pumpkin, right? Right before your eyes, everything changes. Everything changes, and all of a sudden, what fate steps in. And this one that you thought, look at him, he looks like he's dead there. Or maybe this is you. I keep thinking of that song by Creed. I'm 6 feet from, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm falling. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm falling. And then he says, but I realize that, you know what, maybe 6 feet ain't that far after all. So maybe for you, you're free falling, and you've got no control over this. There's nothing I can do to stop it. It's disappearing before my very eyes, right? But no matter how defeated you feel, no matter how lackluster, no matter how many setbacks that you've had, maybe you've tried something over and over and over. You've tried to reach out, you've tried to reach out, you've tried to reach out, and you've not got no response ever. You went to the hospital every single day. And you're praying and you're praying and you're praying and you're lying there. And there's no life that comes back. They're not breathing on their own. And then all of a sudden they take their first breaths. Or you're reaching out to somebody over and over and they don't respond. And all of a sudden you get a phone call. Like I keep reaching out to my dad and he doesn't respond. I reached out to my twin over and over and it was done and I'm walking away, right? But at the last moment, I can't see. At the last moment, Spirit is going to intervene.
it's kind of like you're facing impossible odds. It's like you're watching a movie, because our life is like a movie. You know, you're watching this movie and there's no way that guy's getting out. There's no way. It's like the whole place is blowing up. There's no, everywhere it goes, there's a dead end. I try again and again and I hit a brick wall over and over, and you'll know what this means to you in your life. You just keep hitting the brick wall over and over and over, and there's no way this person's going to get out, right? No matter what. It's impossible. But Spirit's telling you that you are going to defy the odds. You're going to rise. So you'll know what this is in regards to right now. So any doubt that you have right now, they want you to replace that with faith. They want you to replace that with everything is possible. There is nothing that is impossible. The universe right now is telling you that they want to give you a gift. It is a freaking chemtrail, because it goes that way and then it goes that way. God, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. See, I'm thinking about, I got that private email. Remember I told you? Somebody's interfering in your life. There's somebody who's blocking something from you. It's something that you deserve. It's yours rightfully, but they're blocking it. And they didn't give their name. They gave me that information. I already know that. I see the block. I know that. But Spirit's going to step in, because I thought, you know what, if you know that, why aren't you doing something? Why don't you say something? If you know, do something about it. So if you are in the know about something, you better do something about it. Spirit, maybe this is it. Maybe Spirit is going to make you realize, I need to say something. I need to do something. I need to let them know, right? Whatever it is, you can do it. If it's you yourself, dazzle the universe. You already know the universe is on your side. You already know that this project you thought was shot, it's not going to work. It's not going to get off the ground. I work with clients all the time, and I've been putting all my heart and blood and soul into this project, and it's just not going anywhere. Well, if this is the one thing that you've been worrying about, now here's your sign. Here's your sign. This is it. All of a sudden, there's going to be a spark that's going to be lit under. You're going to get an epiphany. A light bulb's going to go off. Epiphany moment, light bulb moment. Someone's going to come in on a white horse, and they're going to say, bam, I've got it here for you. Here you go. I need a place where I can go with my 2 cats, right? I need to be a place in Sedona that I can afford, where both my cats can go, where not only are they tolerated, but they're welcome, right? So Spirit's going to step in, right? So say to the universe, I trust you. I believe that nothing is impossible for me. Everything is possible for me. Affirm that out loud, right? Get really pumped. Get really pumped like you're playing football, and you've just lost. It's the third quarter, fourth quarter, final 10, what is it? I don't even know football. You guys are going to laugh at me. It's the fourth quarter. It's the last play of the game. You've got, I don't know how many minutes to go, and you got to go out there. Forget football. I know basketball. You got one more throw. You get a free throw. That's it. And you can either get that basket and turn things around or win the game, or you're toast, because that's where you're at. So you're on the line and you're going up there and you're going to pump yourself. And I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Because Spirit already told you you're going to get a basket. Boom. Whoosh. Whoosh. So pump yourself up. I can do this. I've got this. Not only have I got this, look at Odin behind you. Look at the Spirit breathing fire and life back into you. You're frozen dead, but no, all of a sudden they're going to take that cold air and they're going to suck it up and they're going to breathe back life into this project, into you, into this relationship, whatever it is. Stone is warmed by the blood of life. He's going to pour the blood of life back in there. The universe dazzles me with life-giving blessings. All I need, love, want, and desire comes to life for me in my world. Let me say it again. Stone is warmed by the blood of life. The universe dazzles me with its life-giving blessings. And all I need, love, want, and desire comes to life in me and in my world. See? So it's not just about what's going on outside of you. It's about what you have inside. You can bring this back to life. You have got this with you. You know what I'm noticing too? Look how long his hair is. His hair was long, and now it's short. The part that's alive still is short. This hair is long and it's broken off. Your hair is your psychic antennae. So maybe you lost touch with your psychic self. Maybe you lost touch with your higher self. You fell off your path. And this is why you ended up in this position. You've had a spiritual haircut, right? Because haircuts in dreams or styling hair, it's changing your thoughts, changing your ideas. So this long hair, and this is the stuff that was connected to your past. This needs to go. because it's like me when I got 9 inches of my hair cut off. I didn't want to lose my length of my hair, but everything that happened in my life at that time, what was going on in my life, was absorbed into my hair, right? That was with me during that time. This absorbs, this is energy. So we cut it off and start fresh. So that's what's happened here. This old frozen psychic antenna that wasn't working, you know, that you lost track of, or whatever you absorbed, is now going to break off, and you're going to have a spiritual haircut. There's emphasis on that. So we're at an hour right now. I'm going to stand up if I can walk. My foot is completely asleep. Oh, God. And I'm going to let you guys look around. Stupid losers. There's another one. 1, 2, 3. 3 chemtrails. And people say, oh, no, those are just jets. Yeah. When a jet goes by, the trail disappears. Right? I'm just on the edge here. This is making me think of Lily, my cat. Both my cats represent me and my twin, and we always take it to the edge. You know, it's like we take it to the edge. And when I brought the cats up here, I brought them up 1 week, I brought one, and the next week I brought the other, right? And both of them did that. I put them on their leash, and they took it to the edge. They were literally freaking right on the edge, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna go off into the great beyond. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let you guys see what's going on out here. I'm gonna turn my battery off. All right. That worked out, you know, not so bad, you know, with the holder. I gotta make sure that I'm not gonna fall down here. Can you see that? Okay, so there's 1 chemtrail. There's 2. There's actually 3. 1, 2, 3. And there's one faded one down there. 4 idiots. And then there's one right there. Oh, there and there. Losers. They had a moratorium on those in Sedona. They weren't allowed, and now they're doing it. Not as bad as here, but okay. So here we are. What time is it? It is, I don't know what time it is, but it's probably like, I don't know, 5. And it's getting dark. I wish I could zoom in so you guys could see that. I don't think I can. No? Why is it? My screen's all weird. And I'm scared to drop my phone because I don't have my case on it. So I don't know why. Alrighty, take a look down here. If you guys would like to follow me, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google+, I'm on Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus, I'm on YouTube where all these videos go. And you know what? Please go and subscribe, because remember I've been talking about we might be having to go off the web or shut websites down. I may be going on I'm moving, so I may not be around. And I spend a lot of time sending these videos to a lot of people. But if you would go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, they'll just come to you, and I don't have to do that, because that's a lot of work for me. Also, if you would like any help with dream analysis or private readings, Reiki healing, life coaching, I would be more than honored. It's my gift to the world. I love to use it. It's my work. I love it. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. And my email is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. SherryColumbus, all one word, at Yahoo. And if you do book something with me, please confirm and speak to me on my email. Don't try to talk to me through my website. I don't know. I don't get it. I get interruptions that way. I don't know what the deal is. But I always get my emails, always. So it'd be best to talk to me there. I'm looking at a sleeping face right now that's really, really cool. I'm going to take a picture afterwards so I can show you guys. But it looks like a little baby. There's a mouth, and it's smiling, and its eyes are closed. It's super cool. I don't know if you guys can see it, lying on the rock. The rock is its pillow, and its bed underneath. It looks like a baby to me, but it could be anybody. But it's definitely somebody who's smiling in their sleep. That's nice. I love that. That was a beautiful message. What else am I seeing here? The pyramid, triangle, self, higher self, spirit. Also, coming full circle, completion. That makes me think of the Ascended Masters whenever I look at that. Also, see that guy right there? See that kind of monster guy? He's got a mouth and he's got that little tiny eye. Ooh, there's an alien. Okay, there's its head. and its eye is peeking out. That's a trip. That's a trip. Wow. He's watching us. But you're on my side. I know that. What else? Let's see what we have to look at around here. God, it smells so good up here, you guys. I love this. I love this. They don't have this in Sedona. They don't have this in Sedona. I don't know. You know, I said something to somebody as there's this girl that works at the gas station at the top of the mountain. And I always stop to see her because I get these wasabi peas. These wasabi peas. I'm going to walk with you guys and see what we have going the other way. Say goodnight. Good night, mountains. Good night, beautiful view. We're going to walk towards the car because maybe we can see another, I don't know, I was just told to go. So I don't know if there's, hold on, I'm trying to get everything in here. There might be something that we're supposed to see. Ah, please. And you know, when everything doesn't work like this, when I can't get anything into my bag and it's taking forever, there's a reason. I'm being delayed for a reason. Okay, so as I'm coming up the mountain, I stop to see this girl every time. She's super cool. I freaking love her. She's just the happiest, most outgoing. She looks like a freaking lumberjack. She's big. She reminds me of when I was in, when I moved down from Canada to California. I was in 6th grade, and I came in halfway through the year. Rotten time, right? 6th grade and halfway through. Oh, God. And I got picked on by all the Mexican girls because I had long blonde hair, and the boys liked me, and the girls were jealous, so they always wanted to kick my ass. Like, seriously, they wanted to kick my ass. They'd corner me in the bathroom, and like 10 of them to beat me up. And so I was in there one day, and I was just about to get my ass kicked, and I mean, literally, I was done. You know, they had knives, and they were gnarly. And all of a sudden, she walked in, and she had these overalls on. She was big, tall girl, big girl, and she said, you mess with her, you mess with me. And they all backed down. It was crazy. But this girl that I see every time I come up to the top of the mountain, she looks like her. And the same super friendly person. I love her. And she wasn't here the last time I came up. And I said, you weren't here. And she goes, I wonder where you were. She goes, I was just saying to myself, where is she? And I said, I was here, you weren't here. And I said, but I'm probably leaving. She goes, you are? And I said, yeah, I think I am. I said, I think I'm moving to Sedona. And she's like, no, don't do that. And I said, yeah, well, you know, it's either here or Sedona. Because I often think about up here, you know. But maybe that's the temptation. Don't give in. I don't know. I'll have to see. But she's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe Sedona's the temptation. I don't know. But I do love the trees. And I have said to you guys for the longest time, I want the trees. It's probably less expensive to live up here than it would be in Sedona. I don't know. Look at me. Spirit says, make a decision, Sherry. What's down here? What do you want us to see? I was waiting for you guys to answer me. Isn't that funny? I was. I'm like, why isn't anybody saying anything? Because I'm used to the, when I do my live feeds and I get to talk to everybody, I look at the screen and people are asking me questions and they're saying stuff. I miss that. Maybe I should start doing live feed readings again. I could do that, and then I could, you know, record them and put them on YouTube. I think I should. I like, the only thing is when I do it that way, I'm reading for so many different people. There's so many cards. I would have to only say that, you know, I can only read for like 6 people. And everyone's like, why not me? I love how the rocks are balanced. That makes me think of something. Because boulders and rocks like that, they symbolize challenges. And Spirit's got everything balanced. You know, you may think that you've got more than you can handle, but you don't. Spirit's got it all balanced. You're never going to be given more than you can deal with. Okay, that looks really cool. Look at those. Boom, boom, boom. Isn't that neat? I love that. Looks like a little family of houses. I saw this dwelling. I think I shared it on my YouTube. From YouTube on my channel. This woman made these houses and they look like that. Isn't that neat? It's like a bike rack. See, if you had stuff like that in your yard, you could use it for stuff like that. This is what I want. I want a yard like this. I want a yard like this. With rocks and a tree like that. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is this? This is a family tree, right? Oh, and remember, I told you how they could be burned up from the inside. Trees grow on the outside. They grow out, and they grow their feet, and they get stabilized. But check this out. 1, 2, 3. Family unit, though, right? And they have their own life. So there's the thing. Yes, you're part of our family, but these two are going this way, and it turned into one. Look at that. These two became one. That's a twin soul tree. These two became one, and they separated from this one. So yes, we are part of the same family, but my twin and I, this is our life path, and we become one. Or maybe you leave your family and you become one. Oh, I love that. But you still stay part of the family. Or spirit is supporting you. You two together have now become one, and you've got spirit support. Oh my God, there's so many cool things. I love this. I could hang bird feeders from here. This is really strong. I could freaking sit on this. Oh my God, I can totally sit on this. Look. How cool. This is so cool. What's that? Okay, that's neat. Isn't that interesting? Look at that. Okay, somebody needs to tell me what is that? Why is it like that? It's like a little reservoir of nutrients. There. Isn't that neat? I've never seen that before. That is so cool. It's like from there sprouts new life. So it was an ending, and then they started again, and now they sprout new life, new path. Maybe it's your new path in life. That's super cool. Wow, you guys, it's getting dark and it's getting cold. It is. My hands are freezing. I need my gloves on. Okay. Do we not have any totems? I saw 2 dead rabbits and a dead squirrel, and it made me really sad. So it's a new beginning. For the rabbits is creativity, fertility, and forward movement. So death is death of the old and the beginning of the new. And the squirrel, it was the gray squirrel. So I know who the gray squirrel represents to me. So that part of your life is over, and now you're moving in a new direction. Gosh, you guys, this is so cool in here. More bike racks, right? Put your bike in there. Look at the colors. Isn't nature beautiful? Do you see the one sleeping right there? See its nose and its eyes asleep and its face? You're never alone out here. These are elementals. There's life in here. There's energy in these stones. You know how old they are? How long they've been here? How much they've seen? Wow. I wish we could see a totem. Can they give us a gift? Usually I get a gift when I'm here. I'm not driving my convertible yet. I don't have any registration on it. And that one keeps me warm. See, that's the thing. If I'm going to be where it's colder... is that your message? When I'm going to be where it's colder, I have to have a vehicle that'll keep me warm. What? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, there you are. It's a raven. He just flew away. Wants us to come over here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, that's super cool. Look at that. Wow. So, this person knew where they were going the whole time, and they stayed on their path. This one went off their path, but they came back, and they wrapped their arms around them, and they brought someone with them. Wow, that's a message to me. Wow, you've got somebody else. I've got my arms wrapped around you. I love that. Wow. I got somebody else. Coming back with somebody else. Destiny. D. Alright, it's getting too dark. I guess you guys aren't going to give us any totem messengers. I don't know if those are squirrels or birds. Alright, you guys. It's getting too dark. I'm going to slide down the hill if I go that way. No, I'm not doing another reading. I just thought I would let you see where I'm at, where I like to hang out, what kind of stuff I like to do. So if you want to hang up now, you don't have to follow any longer. I'm just letting you see Idlewild. Actually, this is called Pine Cove. Pine Cove. There's a motor place where you can have cabins and motorhomes, RV park up there, like where you can spend the night, camp up the road. They rent cabins. God, it smells really good. If there was any precipitation in the air, it would definitely snow. It's that cold.
All right, that's it. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Love you.